Hello, I'm Mick Rowan. Welcome to Desk Watch. We start with scenes from a busy office where it is clear shared desking has not been embraced. Look what happens when this worker looks for a desk. Clearly the manager of this office is not embracing shared desking and has even commandeered a small meeting room for his personal use. This is the background to serious office crime. It starts with ignoring the clear desk policy by not packing up when you leave work or go to a long meeting. Then you're leaving smelly shoes under the desk, and before you know it, you're onto the hard stuff. Dirty coffee cups left behind, and loud, inconsiderate phone calls. We're looking for the person who hid the power leads for the docking station, so no one else could use her desk. Let's hear from Asha Patel, who sat at this desk just last week.
I sat down. I was all ready to log on and get on with my work, and I found that the PC wouldn't switch on. I went to see if the power cable was connected, and it had gone, together with the network lead. Unbelievable. I mentioned it to one of my colleagues who said there was a load of cable crimes where people hide leads so that a particular desk is free when they get back into the office. To me, it seems to defeat the whole point of shared desking, and it stopped me from being productive as I had to spend 10 minutes trying to log on, and then I had to go and find another desk.
Do you have any information? Have you heard anyone boasting about keeping a desk free in this way? If so, call us here at Desk Watch on our usual number. We're also looking for a serial litter lout who persistently dumps files, evidence material, and old equipment wherever he lands. Eventually, desktops are filled with rubbish, blocking them from use, or alternatively, left under the desks, causing a health and safety issue. It's both a risk to security of data and could lead to the loss of important case material. Some people clearly need to remember how to clear the clutter before their colleagues disappear under a mound of stuff. Now office environment has improved, it's everyone's responsibility to keep on top of archiving, filing, and office standards, and not go back to old ways of working. Now let's share a couple of successes. In the last edition of Desk Watch, we put out an appeal to find a persistent offender who was repeatedly eating smelly meals at his desk. Fish and chips, curries, kebabs. With your help, we caught this man, and he has been bound over to keep the pie and peas well away from his desk and in specially designated canteen areas. We hear from this hardened office criminal who didn't play by the shared desking rules, but he has now changed his ways.
Do you know, I thought I'd never go straight and become a confirmed shared desker. I use different desks, I use different office settings. I clear the desk when I'm into a long meeting, for example. Just the other day, a lot of people came around the desk and started talking about new requirements. We agreed that we needed to go into another room just to reduce the noise for people working in the area. I really like this new way of working.
This is a real shared desking era. Next up, a senior manager who subjected staff to a noisy mobile phone conversation. And what makes this crime particularly heinous is that he was discussing important confidential information. We'll hear from Robert Jones, who was in the office at the time.
We just couldn't believe it. This guy, senior manager, he answered the phone, and rather than speaking quietly or moving to a confidential space, he just stood there behind me ranting, louder and louder. By the end of the call, everyone within 20 feet had been disturbed and couldn't concentrate. What's worse, he was discussing people we all knew and complaining about them. It was awful.
So, hours of productivity stolen from these workers because of the selfish behaviour of someone who really should have known better. Can you help us catch the officials who won't allow smarter working? Because they believe if they can't see their people working, they're not working. This so-called presenteeism is a dangerous thing and can cost hundreds of thousands of pounds, as well as affecting the health and well-being of staff. How can you trust your colleagues to watch your back in the field and then not trust them in the office? You should respectfully challenge any examples of this outdated practice and help make it a thing of the past. Thanks for watching another episode of Desk Watch. Please make sure you don't appear on a future edition of Desk Watch by reading this how-to guide and following good practice. And if you have any questions about the wider Optimizing Our Buildings program, please email us here at smarterworkplaces@met.police.uk.